Welcome everybody to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on a Sunday to talk about the tell-all finale. What's good?
What's up? Well, this was the fourth episode, which kind of was a little uncalled for, honestly.
Hmm.
Like not really, nothing new happened, and I think the actual tell-all ended at 9:20. So there was like, or 9:25, I don't remember now. So there was like 25, 30 minutes of like nothing.
Bullshit.
Yeah, like we were
Hmm.
watching them go back to the house and then everyone leaving, and I was just like, this is uncalled for and unnecessary. So technically, this could have been a three-part easily. So
Hmm.
this was kind of, you know how you're watching a movie and then at the end of the movie they'll show you the bloopers and the stuff that
Yeah.
I feel like part four was like the stuff that shouldn't have made it into the final cut.
Yeah, it was like the director's cut of it, like all the extra shit. Um, and we'll get to it later. I want to go like chronologically, but yeah, I think the biggest like unnecessary thing was having Noga there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, I,
Hmm.
I liked watching Gino ask Jasmine like, "What's wrong? Why are you crying?" Because I think it's always fun when somebody screws you over royally and you get to rub it in. You're just
The karma is the
yeah.
Hmm.
circle of life.
Because Gino was just like, I don't want you back. I'm just like, it's ironic to me that you ruined my life. Now you ruined Matt's life, and now you ruined them kids' lives back in Panama. Like you just ruined everybody's life in the path of whatever Jasmine wants. And then at the end of the day, all of the shit that she did to get here, she's still not happy. So I was just like, that's kind of ironic because it's like at the end of the day, she's like a tornado. She's destroyed everything in her path, and at the end of the day, she still ain't happy.
Yeah, I was getting we'll get to my tweets, but I was getting annoyed with the whole like Jasmine still has feelings for Gino storyline.
Is well, that's kind of what Matt was selling. He
Hmm.
like, oh, when they're talking to each other or be around each other, they should be yelling at each other. And I was like, not necessarily, because there's plenty of people that, are divorced or co-parenting and they don't like each other, but they can have like a civilized conversation. Like it could be to the point where Gino is like to the point where he looks at it as I dodged a bullet. I'm no longer angry. I'm,
Hmm.
vasting in the glory of knowing that she's ruining her own life, not just mine,
Yeah.
her own. So I'm just
Hmm.
watching her. You know how you watch you're on the freeway and you watch a car accident happen or the aftermath of it. He's kind of just watching it happen
Yeah.
from the rearview mirror, and he's just like, that could have been me in that car, but I
He's sitting on the sidelines watching.
right, right,
Well,
because you're like, I was
it's
in
that.
with
It's like
her.
that meme with that girl who starts the fire. That's basically what it is.
And then I was getting annoyed at the end where they had like Jasmine and Matt fighting, and I'm like, they get along fine. This is like a bullshit fight.
Well, yeah, I noticed that, and he also at the end was trying to say like, "Oh, well, there's several things that happen on this episode that they're setting themselves up to continue filming." So he was saying Jasmine was no, she said he was cheating on her with some chick named Elizabeth, and he was gonna move in with some chick named Elizabeth. But the funny part about it is she was like, "Well, my rule for you was you couldn't be in a relationship or be dating anyone." And I was like, "But you were married." Like, so he can't cheat on you if you were cheating on Gino. And we already know that the open marriage storyline doesn't fit because the open marriage started in April of 2024 and she was living with and banging Matt in June of 2023. So we already
Yeah.
know that that's bullshit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
like
that's bullshit.
yeah, like let's pretend the open marriage wasn't a mere storyline. But yeah, that's like hypocrisy. It's like I'm in an open relationship slash open marriage, but Matt, you can only be with me, but I'm technically in an open thing.
Well, right.
I'm allowed and you're not.
Right. It's
Yeah.
I can do it and you can't. It's hypocrisy 101.
Hmm.
It's okay for me, kind of like religion. Like I don't know if anybody ever was in a church or whatever, and there's people that are doing stuff they're not supposed to, and they can get away with it, but if you do it, you're condemned to hell. Like it's kind of like
Yeah.
that. Because she was just like, oh well, if you were if there was infidelity in this relationship, then now I can never marry you. And I was like thinking, you couldn't really put that on him because you were married. Like he, first of all, he can't marry you because you're married. And they frown on polygamy in this country. So first of all, you're not available to be married. And secondly, this would be her third marriage, her I'm assuming second baby daddy. I don't know who the daddy is of the daughter that she claims is her sister. Technically, it could be the third baby daddy. That's unverified,
Hmm.
right? That's unverified. We don't know who the baby daddy is for that. But I'm assuming she's probably on two or three baby daddies. This would be, and if she would have married Matt, this would have been her third marriage that failed. You know what they always say: the common denominator in a failure is the person who always had their hand in it. So Jasmine is the common denominator in all of her failed relationships.
Hmm. True. So now going through my tweets, if it's okay, like my first tweet of the night was I kind of alluded to it earlier, but it was when Matt was saying because you're still interested in Gino or something, so they're pushing that storyline. Then my tweet says this Jasmine is still interested in Gino's storyline is so mind-numbingly stupid. Producers, please do better.
Yeah. We're really asking. We're like almost demanding at this point. Like, please do better.
Oh,
We're not
True.
asking.
JLP
Well,
entered the chat.
Oh.
oh, you're here. Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
Okay. True. Let's see. Then let's switch off to Jovi and we'll hop around. But then let's talk about like Jovi and Yara. Um, hey JLP,
Hey, what's up?
what's up? Let me just get my thought out. Let's see. So there was the part with Yara where she was all like, when you bring up her looks, she was saying like she doesn't basically she cries when somebody talks about her looks or whatever. And then my tweet says, admittedly, the 90 Day fan community is filled with a bunch of crazy maniacs, but no one is forcing Yara to be on TV, going on ski trips, and collecting TLC checks. So she keeps crying over her looks.
See, the thing is, you can change what you look like on the outside. But because look, this happens on my 600 pound life and all the other shows. Like when people were 600 pounds and they lose all the weight and they look normal, they're
Hmm.
still that 600 pound person. And it goes the same with plastic surgery. Yara is still that girl that she didn't love on the inside. She didn't love that girl. She didn't accept that girl for who she was. She didn't like the way that girl looked. And she changed everything. And even though we see her as a 10 and perfection, she's still that girl on the inside. And that's why when you go to therapy, they tell you, they're like, you can't fix the inside, you can only fix the outside. And this is what she's going through because at the end of the day, those comments shouldn't, they should roll off of her back. But when she looks in the mirror, that girl from those photos that Jovi was said looks terrible, that's still who she sees because
Hmm.
it's a mental thing, it's not a physical thing. So when we look at her, we're like, what you mad about? You fine.
Hmm.
It's a mental thing. She still sees that old girl before all the surgery, and she got to go to therapy to fix that. She can't just fix it on her own. She's got to go to therapy.
I like the way the camera panned to Darcy's face when Yara was crying.
Yeah. Did you notice, like in like last episode, they were talking about? I think Loren and Libby were like, "Yeah, we're not typical Miami or Florida girls. We didn't do the plastic surgery, and we didn't do that crazy stuff to our bodies." And then they panned to Darcy. Did you see that?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Pure messiness. Pure
And
messiness, right? That's
like
so
and then
messy.
every time I had a tweet about it, so we'll get to it. But every time like Lauren's eyeballs bulged out of her head, they would like pan to her face.
Yeah, they were
Mhm.
really showing her ticks this season, like really getting close up when she'd start, like her neck
Hmm.
muscles would stretch out and pop out, and her eyes will bulge.
Yeah, they would like zoom in on it.
Yeah, they were being so messy. Like the producers and the cameramen. Like, I wonder if they pay the cameraman extra to be messy.
That's what we be saying about them. Remember on my 600 pound life, the camera
Hmm.
guy, that angle he always gets there.
Yeah, I think there's bonuses in there. They're like, if you can
Hmm.
get coochie shot, if you can get
Uh-huh.
like if you can get an angle from the floor, like I think there's bonuses. Like, and when in editing, they're like, that's an extra $50 for the coochie shot. That's an extra $50 for the fat roll shot. Like I feel like
Yeah, and then
that's how it
they
works.
zoom in on all the crumbs on their face when they're eating.
Yes, like I think that there's an incentive in there for the cameraman to be messy. I really do.
Oh.
True. And then I think we're all on the same page, but I said, like, do we really care what Doga has to say? I don't know if anyone really cared what she had to say.
Oh,
No.
she just came out there to you
Get
know,
her check.
get her check and collect on that stuff.
I mean,
She
I didn't disagree. She didn't say anything I didn't agree with, but yeah, she didn't need to be there. But Loren doesn't have a mouthpiece on her. Loren is scared to confront anyone or talk up for herself. She only likes to gossip when no one is around. So I felt like her friend had to show up to be her mouthpiece because she wasn't really speaking up. And then when they even would ask her questions, like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. And I was like, well, we didn't want you on the show. So why did you sign up? If you didn't want us to be all up in your business, why did you sign up?
yeah, and she always leaves early too for some reason.
She do, yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned that too. As far as like her, I had a tweet where I said, "Since when was Loren the head of the FBI?" Parentheses, that's a Cash Patel joke because her eyes were bulging out.
She got to take care of her health issues and stop trying to be on TV
Mhm.
because
Yeah, when
the
stress and
stress of the show.
anxiety that triggers
Mm-hmm.
it exasperates it. So why would she sign up for this knowing that it's actually bad for her health? Not only did she not enjoy it, she didn't
Mhm.
want to be there, but it's bad for her health. I was like, girl, just get a job. You can't not want to work that bad.
But didn't
Mhm.
she have a? Remember, she used to work from home before she had the kids. And
She
her
did
early
some sort of like
seasons,
marketing or
yes, in her
promotion.
early seasons, she used to work from home.
Mhm.
I think once she had those kids, she stopped working.
I think
Yeah.
by the second one was that she
Yeah.
stopped working because I remember her after she had the first one that she was still working from home. I don't know if it was because of COVID that they started working from home, but she did have a job at one point.
But I mean,
Mhm.
technically, do we consider grifting a job? Because she's definitely a grifter, right? Like she's always
Yeah.
promoting something and doing a paid partnership. So I mean, technically, I
An
guess
ad.
an ad, yeah. So I guess she's working. I guess you can call it that because that's kind of what Jasmine does. Jasmine ain't had
Mhm.
a real job in a real long time, but she
No,
still makes
Jasmine's never gonna get a physical job like 9 to 5, punching
what?
scanning in for work. I would say punching a card, but that's old. Scanning her badge in for work. That's never gonna
Mhm.
happen.
Never have time. Being a whore is a full-time job, Captain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. She has.
She
Full-time
got it.
job.
She
She
got it
got.
figured out.
She got to keep the monkey clean for her OnlyFans.
Right? Like that's a
Yeah,
full-time job.
the monkey.
Even though
My
in that
mom used to
she,
call it that.
she got to be crotch shot ready at any given
Yeah.
moment. So yeah, that's
Oh God, the
exactly what
monkey.
she's out here doing.
Yeah. And then I had a thing where I said Lauren always gets special treatment from the producers. They get to leave early and everyone else has to stay in the house. Oh well, bye.
They don't really add anything else. I mean, what else could they add to
Hmm.
the show? Her
She's
and
not an
her.
airport. She doesn't need to announce her departure. Just leave. No one wants you on our
Yeah, that's
TV. She
right.
would.
Yeah.
I feel like she forced Alexi to keep filming. Like he wasn't probably really down with it,
Uh-huh.
but she kind of forced that on him because you can tell he's not really into it. But I
Yeah.
guess, an extra check is an extra check.
And then
Yeah.
let me crowbar this in. I hate to say this, but there's something that Jasmine posted on her IG that I agree with. Like she wrote something that I agree with.
Oh
Uh
wow!
I
You
hate
gotta
to
buy a
say it.
lottery ticket.
I know. So this is what Jasmine posted. She says, "Well, this is about like Yara and Jovi or whatever." She says, well, this is Jasmine talking. Well, without me, the season would be all about the Lake Placid shit for the last 3 months. I moved to Florida, gave birth to Matilda. Matt proposed and I rejected it, met his family, etc. And you guys were all still at the same place talking about the same bullshit. Anyways, I love you all.
Oh, she got a point.
That bitch ain't wrong. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it and
she
I was like,
she got a point there.
no, she's right, unfortunately. And I hate to say that, but she
Mhm.
did enough whoring this season that we didn't really need any of those Florida couples in that Lake.
That Lake Placid trip was like a
I
waste of
know.
film. That was a waste of film.
Jasmine's getting around Coochie this season was enough storyline for all of the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
She,
Mm-hmm.
she toured herself around enough to keep us entertained for the whole season. Lauren and Alexi could have stayed where they was at. Jovi and Yara
Mhm.
could have stayed where they was at. And Libby and Drake could stay where they were at. Like you said, they didn't bring anything to the season. They didn't add anything. They were just kind of there. You know how when you invite people to something?
Are Jovi and Yara were already on the last resort, so I don't know if they bring them back. But they seem like they're heading for divorce or something similar.
I feel like that's bullshit.
That's bullshit. And Andre and Libby seem like they want to head to the last resort as well.
Yeah, I saw that at the end. They did a little resort promo shot where Libby was like, if you want to move to Moldova, you
Moldova,
can go
move to
without
Moldova.
me. I'm not going anywhere. And
We
I'm
know damn well he ain't going to Moldova.
Well,
Not in.
first of all, Libby is not capable of making decisions without Andre telling her what to do. So we already know the producers wrote down on a cue card, Libby, say, if you want to move to Moldova, you can go by yourself. Because Libby would never fix her lips to say that to Andre because he would smack the piss out of her. First of all, so that was a last resort promo. That's literally what that was.
So I think they're heading that way.
Libby has never made a decision on her own since they've been together. That man tells her when to pee. So there's no chance that she would have told him to go back to your country. He would have knocked the tooth out.
True. And then, like in the same vein, Jovi asked Kara, do you want to get back together or do you not? And then I said, this is the promotional segment of the tell-all where they crowbar in a subliminal last resort promo with Kara and Guillermo.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
Darcy and Georgie, are they heading that way too? Or it wasn't confirmed yet? Darcy and Georgie gonna go into the last resort. I know that.
Yes, they're going there.
They're going there with her proxy, Stacy. She's going with her proxy.
Yeah, Stacy will also crowbar herself in. It's almost like when you hire one, your autumn. It's like buy one get one free Black Friday.
Yeah, it's a BOGO.
Yeah,
their TLC contract is BOGO.
Right, you hire one.
You got to take all the other three.
You got to get the other twin. They don't charge you, but they're gonna show up. So
you got to take Florian and Georgie.
Yes, it's like a buy two
a package deal. It's a package deal.
Yeah,
true.
That you can just get Darcy or Stacy. You got to hire the whole crew.
True. And then what did you think of when Matt said, did you think 2 is the most women I've juggled? I've done 5, 6 of them at once. And I said, so Matt, the valet guy at the strip club, was juggling 5 to 6 women at once. Eye roll emoji.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're strippers, he was valeting at a stripper, so it's not that hard to believe that he,
No. You know what's funny? Back in the day, I'm gonna tell you my horror stories. I used to Uber. I was an Uber driver, and there was a strip club not too far from. Okay, it was by the airport in Cleveland, actually. Remember airport strip clubs? I would go. I know what time the strip club would always close because I would always get calls to go to the strip club. And, the bouncer would come put the stripper in my car and tell me, like, this is where she's going, whatever, get her there safe. The strippers would always invite me up to their apartments. And I was just like, damn, this is really easy. I was like, good thing I didn't go to the strip club and tip her or nothing. All I had to, because one girl was like, can you stop here so I can get some food? Or can you stop here so I can get something to drink? And then after she get back in the car, she's like, did you want to come upstairs? And I'm like, I can't fuck every stripper. Like, I'm only one. Like, I'm only one person. Like, I can't have 20. Like,
I'm just like, well, since you put it that way.
Be whoring myself because then you guys will all talk.
Well, right. So I was like, I do enjoy picking up strippers because the bouncer would chip me like $40 or $50 to get them home safe. Right. There's creepy ass men out there that would try to follow him, follow him. So the bouncer would come put the stripper in the car. He'd hand me some cash. Like, this is where she's going. Get her home safe. So I didn't want to, mess it up and start banging the strippers, and then the bouncer's like, well, I can't trust you now. You banging the strippers. So, but
he was probably tipping you not to bang them.
Yeah, you're right. Not to creep them out, not to be weird. And they would be coming on to me. So, yeah, I think Matt was most definitely probably banging chicks at the strip club. Absolutely. Is anybody surprised that a home wrecker was already wrecking homes when she met him? Like, he literally was with a married woman and knocked up a married woman. He's a male home wrecker, which was really...
You know what's funny about that whole thing? I don't think Matt knocked her up intentionally. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like, I don't think he thought.
He
I
slipped
don't.
and fell and landed in her
No,
coochie.
no, no. I don't think he looks stupid enough to believe that she. Remember that whole spiel she gave Gino that she couldn't have kids or she had some issue. She probably told him she was on the pill or something.
So wait, do you
Because
think
he
that
looks
she
stupid
wanted?
enough to believe that.
But do you think she wanted to get pregnant, or you
I
think that?
think she wanted to get pregnant,
But he didn't.
Well,
Oh,
well,
but he didn't want that.
hmm.
I think he's stupid. He looks stupid enough to believe anything she told him.
Like,
And
I don't think he wanted to knock her up, but I don't think he was. I think he was still blowing loads in her. Like, he didn't really.
well,
yeah, he was blowing loads, but she was probably telling him that the system didn't work, so he can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, okay. You're probably right.
And she's older than him, so he was
Mhm.
like, you know what? She already has 2 kids.
Well,
She's probably
he's
she's
not.
married, and she still hasn't gotten pregnant from her husband Gino, regardless of saying that that they don't fuck. She still hasn't gotten pregnant, so maybe she can't have kids. She probably gave him some spiel, and
Well,
he
not
fed into it.
he's not too keen on how it works either because remember when she got pregnant and it was a girl, he was mad at her. And
Mhm.
it's the man who determines the sex.
Yeah,
So he's not too keen.
she picked the real dum dum because
Well,
I can
they're
I can guarantee you he doesn't look like he was doing it to get
Captain,
her pregnant.
she's not Albert Einstein either.
I was gonna say birds of a feather flock together, yo. So
Yeah, no, she's smarter than him though. She's smarter than
she's
him
Yeah.
also
because she
older than him. She's
and
a
she's
grifter.
that's what happened. She conned her way into getting him to get her pregnant because she probably thought, oh, I'm going to be on the show as the love interest. But he
Mhm.
wasn't thinking, I'm going to be on the show as the baby daddy.
Yeah.
That wasn't on. I don't think that was because if he comes from such high family values and stuff like that, that's not the way he wanted to have his first kid.
Uh,
True. And then when they were talking about like Elizabeth or whatever, like I'm trying to figure out if I'm trying to remember if it was because I was the one that I don't know if anyway, like there was the woman we've talked about this on the podcast before, and I posted on social media months ago where there was the woman that was like Matt's ex, and then Gino befriended her, and that's how Gino found out Jasmine was cheating. And I think that may be Elizabeth based on this storyline, but there was that woman that was in the middle of it all that was Matt's ex, and then Gino became her friend. I'm just trying to remember if that was her name or not because I've DM'd with her in the past, but
oh,
The woman she was talking about, she said she was a young Romanian girl as well. She was
Mhm.
from the church. And I remember that girl. She didn't come
so
across as
that's
church like, but it
here.
could be.
This is a different girl. This is a girl that he was banging. But
Yeah, he was
there's
banging this one.
another Romanian girl that his mom wants him to be with.
Yes.
Like,
Mhm.
so why does he get to have a cute little Romanian girl when he out here slinging everywhere? Like, why?
That's what I'm telling you. He was probably just, out there being a guy, having sex and enjoying his life. And this woman came along and fed him a load of shit that he believed. And the next thing you know, there's a baby involved. But he did not intentionally go into that situation to have a baby with Jasmine.
Mhm.
I wouldn't believe that for a second.
True. Then I got a kick out of what Matt said because I don't want to be chained to a demon. That was his words. And then
Uh-huh.
I said I call her Jasmanian devil, and Matt calls her a demon. Handshake emoji.
Yeah.
Right?
She's vile.
Imagine.
She's diabolical.
Imagine, because it's funny because Matt used to be like dogging Gino, and he's like, Gino's
Yeah.
a piece of shit. Imagine he's
Mhm.
now, preaching the same gospel about,
I,
Mhm.
I
you know,
wouldn't go. I wouldn't imagine Matt probably ever saw. She probably never allowed Matt to watch any seasons prior to him coming on the show. You don't need to watch that. You don't need to watch that. Just watch this season and
Mhm.
Gino this and that. Because if Matt were to sit down and watch her from the day she graced our screens with her presence, he would have been like, "Nah, I'm not down with that."
Mhm. And then that scene with like it was at the end of this tell-all house end of the episode where basically like Jasmine and Gina are outside like in the patio or whatever talking, and then Jasmine says, "I don't think I will ever love someone like I love you." Or yeah, I don't think I will love
Gino,
anyone
yeah.
like I love you to Gino. And then Matt's like overhearing her. And then my response to that was the fact that Matt just so happens to overhear this exact moment is so staged and fake.
Yeah, I responded to your tweet. I was like, I wonder how many takes they had to go through before they got it
The
actually right.
timing perfectly,
Yeah,
yeah.
the timing perfectly. And cut. I could see them. Okay, Matt, walk this way. She's about to say it. Stand right there and listen.
Yeah, you know they did that shit like 10 times or something.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to feel sorry for Matt because he seemed so confident going into this, and now he sees what everybody else sees.
Mhm.
Yeah, well,
That
yeah,
he was just a tool for her to use, and now she's rid of it, and that's it. Imagine co-parenting with that monster.
and you know what's interesting to me? Jasmine always has to find a reason to, cut somebody loose when they're no longer useful to her. So when she got here, she figured out, oh, Gino's a porn addict. He won't touch her. He's controlling. So that was her claim to releasing him. Now she's like, oh, Matt's a liar and he cheated on me when we first got together. So, she
Can you
always,
believe the audacity of that bitch?
Mm.
That Matt was cheating on her. Ma'am, you have a whole husband.
well, right, an entire husband. And
You
she
have
was
an
like, oh,
entire husband.
you
Mhm.
lied and said that you were cheating. And I was like, you have a husband and you had a baby on that husband, and you're still married to this day to that husband.
It's
Yeah,
like,
she's still
Like,
married.
like, what do you mean? Like, and honestly, Matt should have been banging more than just this one chick, right? He should have been banging everybody.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
was out in them streets. He said he had more than five, so he was out in them streets. She just threw the pussy at him, fed him some cockamamie story, and he fed into it. I wouldn't put it past her poking little holes in the condom.
True. Um, so let's go around like as far as the tell all the house segment, like were you for like in the future, do you want the house segment to be back or do you not like it? So
No,
let's go
I like
around.
it. I like it. I think it makes us somewhat boring tell all a little more
Hmm.
tolerable. Like
Yeah.
the actual tell all itself, I didn't find interesting, but
Hmm.
I was paying attention to the house scenes.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that it adds something to it to where even if I'm watching a boring season, it is fun to watch because it was fun watching Andre cuss everybody out. And
Mhm.
like it was fun to watch and Loren get
Yeah.
mad and her eyes bulging out of her head because she can't stand nobody. I liked it, like
Yeah.
but watching just the tell all with Sean, I wasn't as entertained. So I'm not upset, right? Like I'm not saying it's been
Yeah.
an idea since the wheel was invented, but I'm not upset.
You want to go next, Captain, or me?
I'll say that because the tell-all in the past as well has proven to be uneventful and really just rehashes shit from the whole season that we've seen a million times and heard a million times. Nobody really comes clean with their answers. Nobody takes accountability. It's a lot of back and forth talk. I think it did add a little something more than just the
Hmm.
usual thing, like some interactions at the house were a little interesting, to say the least. We got to find out that Jasmine really doesn't love Matt, but
Yeah.
I think it was
Sure.
okay. I'd do it again.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the yes, I like the tell all house segments. And I mean this specific episode did seem very the conversation felt extra producer driven because they were trying to like wrap up shit and do promotional subliminal shit. But overall, I like the house stuff. It does add a little bit of unpredictability. It's good to see like them interact. And also, yeah, because with the tell all, most everything's already spilled on social media, so we already know what happened with the house. At least it's like new, something new happened, and it's a new experience. So I think they should do it again.
Agreed.
True it.
Agreed.
And
Gina?
then
that
uh,
just depends. How many episodes? Because I'm not sitting to watch 4 fucking episodes of a tell-all and the stupid house. This
mm,
episode was bullshit, and it
Well,
could have been
if you
scratched
think
from the
about it,
list.
Gina, if you think about it, we only watched 2 episodes of the tell all, and then 2 episodes was the house. Like if you break it up,
mhm,
that's kind of how it was. The tell all was 2 parts, and then the house was 2 parts. Like, but they did it, they pieced it together. making
Mhm.
it though it was all tell all.
Wasn't it 4
It
episodes?
also just depends on who's on my screen, because if it's a Loren, Alexi bullshit, I don't need to see them in a tell-all house. I don't need to see them in a tell-all. I don't need to see them on my TV again. So yeah, it just depends on whose season it is and who's on.
Yeah.
Wasn't this tell all 3 parts or 4 parts?
It was
It's
4 parts, but I think
four.
what George means is like
Okay, yeah, no,
50% of the
because
time
it's
was in the
usually
house.
2-hour tell-alls.
Yeah, it was 4 episodes,
So,
2 hours, but if 50% of the time was in the house and 50% was in the studio and cut up
yeah,
in between the episode.
Right.
yeah,
Right. Like if they would have took the house out, we would have only watched probably 2 episodes of the actual tell-all. 4 hours.
yeah.
But since they cut it, pieced it together, I think that's why it ended up
They
being
stretched it out.
right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
True. And then I did this one tweet. I said, this is more anyway, I said, fun fact. One thing the cast members do when they quote leave the tell-all house is they record their exits like getting in a cab, and then the cab spins the block and drops them back off at the house so they can continue hanging out after the shoot is over.
Oh, okay, I thought Lauren and Alexi were going to the
No,
airport.
but
I didn't know
I
that.
think Lauren and Lexi don't, they're not the social type, so they probably left for real. But the others, I think some of them probably came back and hung out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they looked like they were heading straight to the airport. They had a flight booked and everything.
True. So those were all my tweets and all my thoughts.
Well,
Wait, that was it? I tweeted a lot tonight. That's all you
me too.
I,
My finger hurt
I,
still.
I feel like that was a lot of tweets for me. I'm not for my normal.
I tweeted a lot. Like I was going back because I would pause. I would have a really good tweet in my head, and then I would pause it so I could get it out and post it before I forgot. So I was like going back and forth. So yeah, okay, cool.
Well, I did tweet. I did post the photo of Gino smelling Jasmine's panties, and
Oh,
I said
that too.
that's the origin of COVID-25.
I posted. I think that was I posted him smelling the panties, and I said, "Gino's never going to beat the allegations of being a freak." But
Oh yeah, being addicted to porn because
yeah, but did you see that? Darcy picked him up and sniffed him too.
I did.
That was kind of gross.
But did you notice? And again, I can't blame Gino for this, but like for example, when they were in the van, like Gino was sitting next to Cara and they were chatting, and then on the tell-all, Gino, and then in the studio, Gino complimented Cara's like earrings.
Earrings.
So he's on the same wavelength as I am, I guess.
you got the same taste in women.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
I think that whole panty scene was just grotesque and tasteless. Like they shouldn't have really had to do that. Like Jasmine's panties are being passed around and
It
sniffed.
could have been fake. Remember who we're dealing with here.
I know, but still, it's just the concept of it is kind of gross. Then Darcy picks them up and sniffs them and says they're musty.
Yeah, you're right. We lowered.
Like, what woman wants to sniff another woman's underwear?
True.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. But I guess they needed to add something because they were running out of ideas.
Material.
Yeah, they needed some kind of Jasmine over the top antic.
Yeah, he definitely has made a reputation for causing over the top antics, and she didn't disappoint this episode either. She stayed true to herself.
Jordan, I know you're short on time, so should we end it? Or
I got a little time. She texted me and said that they literally just took off. So they were sitting on the runway for 45 minutes. So I got a little more time. So if y'all want to talk about anything else, we can keep going.
All right. Well, I mean, I'd hit all my bases, but if y'all have if we didn't do we forget? Did we hit everything? I don't know. Okay, so next week is like B90, right?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That I'm looking forward to. Finally, some new faces.
Me too.
I already see a wig that I'm mad at already. I already
Already?
see.
Oh,
I
already a
spotted.
Timu wig?
I already spotted a Timu wig, and I'm like, okay,
Which
it's
one?
like a young girl. The wig is like split in the middle. It's a young girl. I think it's like one of these Asian countries, like Thailand or something like that. I don't know, but she has a Timu wig on, and I'm like, okay, I don't like that. And then the guy that's being recorded 24 hours in his house, we saw that already with
Oh yeah, the cameras where they
the camera 24 hours. We saw that.
Remember,
Already.
that's what David and is his name? No, Brandon and Mary.
Brandon and Mary did that already. We saw
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
remember? And even when they were taking a dump, they were
Yep,
on video. So
we
yeah,
already seen that trick.
this is a trick that they're
Oh,
working on
and
us.
that's a storyline on Love After Lockup as well.
Yeah, Love After Lockup, we had that storyline as well with the guy
Cameras.
with the cameras that he was watching from prison. You imagine how did he get access from prison to spy on your cameras from your house? Like,
Hmm.
you know, we got that. We seen that trick already.
Yeah,
So
Sharp always runs the same tricks back.
Love After Lockup is sharp too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, they just got it on a different channel.
yeah.
I always forget that. Yes, I'm
True.
looking forward to the new fresh faces and new
Me too.
storylines. Hopefully
No
it's countries we
Gino,
haven't been to so we can see.
no
Yeah.
Gino, no Jasmine, no Shakarper. It's like a Christmas present. Merry
Hmm.
Christmas to us, right?
Yeah,
Right? It's like a
because
Christmas present.
like half of my followers are like, yeah, I stopped watching the show. I just like follow you for like the memes and the jokes and shit. But now there'll finally be new blood where they'll have to watch it to see who the fuck I'm goofing on.
Well, right. You don't understand the meme if you don't know who they are. So you
No,
got
and a lot of
Well,
people have also said they stopped watching. They just cut to Pillow Talk, but then they're like the same people are on Pillow Talk that you were trying to avoid on the main show.
yeah, you're right.
They rinsed and repeat. Because
Emily and Kobe.
I saw Sophie last week on my screen. I was like, "What is it, Sophie?"
I know. And I was like, I don't know who requested that, but I need to speak to
Sophie's,
the manager.
and I always said usually when they bring them back to
Oh,
Pillow Talk, is they're bringing them back onto a show.
yeah. So
So
Sophie's gonna be on
Sophie,
Single Life.
yeah, Sophie filmed The Single Life. And actually, Shabooty, you broke this story, didn't you? Because she filmed with Pedro from the Pedro and Chantel fame
Pedro's gonna be on the Single Life too.
as
yep.
Sophie's love
Ye-
interest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shabooty
Yeah.
broke this, didn't
Oh,
you?
MG, I
Yeah.
Uh,
They went
forgot
to like
about
Las Vegas
that.
together. They were in Vegas
Yes.
mhm.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
remember?
didn't know he
Yeah.
was gonna be on the show. I thought they were just like
Yes.
flirting around with that idea, like,
Yeah,
oh,
so
But, like, oh, so the theory, like, no, I think it's a good theory where JLP says, like, if they're on Pillow Talk, they're going to be on a future show. But then now that makes me interested because, well, interested in terms of like T wise, like, because if Rob and Tiffany were on Pillow Talk, then that means they're going to find a way to bring back Rob and Tiffany on the show.
well, they said that they had a kiss. Somebody
No,
that was
that was
on
like
the.
No,
AI
that
shit.
was
Oh,
yeah,
that was
AI.
that was
AI.
Yeah.
fake.
Okay,
That
so
was
I wanted to make sure, clear it up with my people. So I was like,
Yeah.
was it AI? But I didn't
well,
see any of you guys
Tiffany.
talking about it. So
Tiffany is dating an American now, right? So I don't know where they would fit her on because she can't even really do single life because she's been dating him for like over a year. So like I
Mhm.
don't even know how they would, sell that storyline because she went public on her Instagram and announced that they had been together for like over a year. So it even overlapped the hunt for love. So I don't know where they would even put her.
yeah,
True. That was the
Pillow
comedian
Talk.
guy? Was that the comedian guy?
No, the guy that Tiffany is with now.
No, no, I'm saying like she was with a comedian guy. Is that the same comedian guy or what?
No, that was
Okay.
a long time ago. That's like when she did the single life a long time ago. I know who you're talking about.
She
True.
did the Single Life.
Yes. Yeah. Did you not know?
I forgot about her on
Yeah.
Single Life.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the
'cause-
guy was a comedian and he like a literal comedian. He was touring and everything.
yeah.
Mm.
Dang, Captain done blocked it out of her mind. She don't
I
even.
know.
Which maybe she didn't have Discovery Plus or something for that single life or some shit.
Probably something like that because I don't remember her on Single Life.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
say it was
Was
the
she with
same season
on the same
as
season as who?
what's her name?
Probably Liz.
No, not Liz. I thought well, maybe it was Liz too, but Veronica. Wasn't it the same season as Veronica the first time?
I think
Not
so.
Veronica with Jamal, but Veronica the other
The
time.
with
The
the with
white
the
guy.
herpes
Yeah.
lips.
Yes.
I,
There you go. How do you
Oh,
remember one and you don't remember the other?
with
that's
herpes lips.
him. That's him. You
Yeah,
do
yeah. Oh,
remember.
okay.
You
I'll
do
Yeah,
check
like
it out.
remember.
was that the tell-all where I know she wasn't. I know Tiffany wasn't with Ronald at that time, obviously, because she was on Single Life. But I'm trying to remember. Didn't they have Ronald on the tell-all remotely though to talk or something?
I
I
think
think
they did.
so. I
Yeah,
think
I
you're
Yeah,
think
to
they
right.
give
did.
advice or something.
And actually they were still married at that time.
Yeah, I think they had Ronald on the tell-all because I
Yeah,
remember that tell-all,
because he
like
refused to
remotely.
sign. He refused to sign the paper. So yeah, they had him like commenting on her relationships, and she was just like, "I don't know why you want to comment on my relationship because we ain't together." But yeah, they had
Oh,
him.
and then like I don't know if it's same. I don't know if it was the same tell-all, but I know we don't really talk about her as much. But there was one tell-all where Liz was on it, and I remember like Sean Robinson was like giving Liz the business, so she was like figuratively copping a squat on Liz and shitting on her.
Wait, Sean was?
Sean Robinson was like being very disrespectful towards Liz. I remember.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I remember
Neither
it,
do
but
I.
anyways,
She probably
Oh,
deserved it.
I know,
in
right?
hindsight, yeah,
I
In
was just
hindsight,
about
she
to say
deserved it.
she probably got what was coming to her ass. Oh
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Yeah, they were probably just mad at her for just keep taking Ed back. Or
yeah.
she
She's
kept taking him back and taking him back, and the more he humiliated her, the more she took him back.
mhm.
Mhm. Embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassing.
Mm.
True. Well, I think we hit all the bases, and I'll try to get this episode uploaded soon. And it is a school night.
Alrighty, alrighty.
No, no. It's okay. It's almost Christmas break. It's almost Christmas break.
It's still
True.
November. What do you mean?
Shabooty says it's a school night. Like he wakes up early to take the kids to school.
I think
You hear him saying it's a school night, and you're like, damn, he got to wake up early and take his kids to school.
I
No, it
think
just means I
he,
got to deal with a.
Oh, you have a job.
yeah, I think it just means he got to get up early for work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I keep forgetting George has kids.
I do, right?
He
Yeah.
has two of
You
them, I
know
think,
why?
right?
Because I'm not annoying about it like Jasmine.
I think he has
Mhm.
two of them, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I have a daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
And a cat.
And a kitty. Yeah.
Don't you have a son?
I will talk later.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
okay. All right. All
All
right.
right. Well, anyways, thank you, everyone. Yeah, and JLP, go back and listen to Friday's show because we talked about the AI Tiffany
Oh,
kiss.
okay. All right, guys.
True. All right. Well, I'm going to end it. Thank you, everyone, for listening to 90 Day Fiance Fridays on a
Sunday.
Sunday.
peace out
Enjoy
and
your
bye.
week, everybody.
Good
You
night,
too.
guys.
Bye.
Peace. Sorry, I'm trying to end it, but my Zoom app just got minimized. So